Hi guys, my name is Arpita and I welcome you all back to my channel Flights of Fantasy. Now let me start by thanking all my lovely viewers for such overwhelming support. Flights of Fantasy has now crossed 500 subscribers. Please keep showering all your love for this channel. In this particular channel, we talk about topics related to aviation, cabin crew, ground services team, and also we keep in mind about the frequent flyers. Yes, so today I am again back with you with yet another interesting video, and today we are going to be talking about another frequently asked question by a lot of aspiring cabin crew and ground staff members. Yes, we keep bursting our brains thinking about this, and so today let's talk about it without any further ado. So the topic for the day is, does cabin crew and ground staffs require passport to get into aviation? Welcome back, people. So first let's start talking about the cabin crew team. So we're going to be dividing the cabin crew team into two segments. One is going to be domestic flying, the other is going to be international flying. So let's first talk about international flying. Yes guys, if you are going for an interview with an international airline where you will have to be based out of India. So let's say if you get selected with Emirates, your base is going to be Dubai. So if you have to be moving to Dubai for joining the airline, then of course you would be requiring a passport. Without a passport, you would not be able to fly down to that country. So yes, if you're applying for an international airline, a passport is mandatory. It's a must, without which you will not be selected for the job. Now let's talk about the domestic flying. Now for a lot of airline here, when you're flying domestic, let's say you're flying from Delhi to Bombay, you definitely do not require a passport. But yes, all the domestic airlines that we have in the country today, most of them have started flying international destinations, and they look at cabin crew who are trained to be flying the domestic sectors as well as international sectors. So yes, it becomes imperative that you have a passport. However, let's say if you're going for an interview with a domestic airline and you do not have a passport, and you try to tell them during an interview that yes, once I get selected, I'm going to apply for my passport and my passport shouldn't take more than 15 days to come, they probably might consider your candidature. But yes, you will not have an edge over the ones who are already in possession of a valid passport. So guys, it is important that you have a passport with you, even if you're going for an interview with a domestic airline. And like I said, everybody wants to fly international, even if they are employed with a domestic carrier. So I would suggest that you guys go for an interview prepared that you would be required to make a passport. And nowadays, passport making is very easy. You just have to online fill a form, and the process doesn't take more than 2 weeks or at the max 4 weeks. And within 4 weeks, your passport is being delivered to your home address. So it doesn't really take much of a hassle. So I would suggest that all of you guys, please make sure that you are in possession of a valid passport. And if you're going for an interview and you have already applied for a passport, you can even tell them that I've already applied for it. Now let's get to ground services. Now for ground services also, if you're hired by one of the international airline where your base is supposed to be somewhere outside of India, you definitely will be requiring a passport to fly to that particular destination. But provided you are employed by one of the domestic carriers and you are based somewhere in one of the cities in India, you will not be having a mandate requirement to be producing a passport. However, it is very important that you have a passport. Reason because now, like I said, for cabin crew also, most of our domestic carriers have their bases outside of India. They're flying to international destinations. So when let's say a particular airline is also flying out of Thailand, maybe Bangkok. So a company wants to, when they establish a base in Bangkok, so they would be requiring a couple of ground staffs also to be posted in the station where they have started their operations. So they would probably select a couple of you from the domestic arena to be posted to Bangkok for a few days, or even let's say for a few months. So in that case, you know, you will be requiring a passport, and it's like a level above. You see, if you are doing a ground services job which is based out of Delhi, and all of a sudden your company tells you, okay, we would like to move you to Bangkok or maybe Maldives or any other international destination for a couple of days or on deputation, you would not be able to take that opportunity up because you do not have a passport. So it is important even for ground services team that they are in possession of a valid passport. So the bottom line here is, guys, for domestic airline, or when you are you're only flying the domestic routes and you are based only in the cities which are inside of India, you do not, it's not mandate for you to have a passport, but it is of course important for you to have a passport. So I would suggest all of you guys, hurry up. The ones who does not have a passport, apply for it now. It doesn't really take too long. And yes, I wish you guys all the very best. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please do write to me. If you would like me to talk about any other topics that you want to know more about, even then please write to me. And if you've not subscribed to my channel as yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and share it with your family and friends. Please do not forget to stalk me on Instagram. I'm going to be back with you guys next week with yet another interesting video. Till then, you guys stay happy and healthy. This is Arpita signing off from Flight to Fantasy.